So you're answering a descriptive writing task for Paper 2, Question 2 of the Cambridge AS Level October-November 2024 English Language Exam. The question asks you to describe a lake early in the morning, focusing on colour, light and movement to help the reader imagine the scene. This isn't a story, it's a moment captured in language, and your goal is to make the examiner see it, feel it, hear it, even smell it. In this video, I'll show you how to write a vivid, high-level response that meets the requirements of the task. We'll walk through the question, a model response, examples of how the task is achieved, and top tips to impress the examiner. Here's the exact wording of the question. Write a descriptive piece about a lake early in the morning. In your writing, focus on colour, light and movement to help your reader imagine the scene. Write between 600 and 900 words. This means you're being assessed on your ability to craft imagery, use figurative language, and structure description in a way that evokes atmosphere. You are not telling a story. You're building a moment, and that moment should unfold in the reader's mind through the careful use of language. Let's now read a full sample response that attempts this. Keep in mind, some of the examples of how the task is achieved, especially in terms of colour, light and movement, will be underlined in the slides. You can pause the video later and try to spot other examples on your own. Here's the sample descriptive piece. The lake barely breathed. A thin mist curled over its surface, blushing the edge of the horizon with soft pinks and hesitant gold. Trees stood like silent witnesses along the shore, their trunks blackened by the morning damp. From the centre of the lake came a slow ripple, the kind that happens when nothing moves, then something does. Somewhere, a fish broke the surface, that quiet plop that echoed like a dropped pin in a cathedral. Its ripples spread in perfect circles, gently rocking the reeds that clustered at the water's edge. The sun had not yet made its full entrance. It hovered just beyond the tree line, pulling streaks of light across the sky like cautious brush strokes. The clouds, those high, pale ghosts, absorbed the first warmth of dawn and held it there like breath. The stillness was not absence, but anticipation, the kind that makes you hold your breath without realizing. On the far bank, ducks stirred. One flapped lazily, wings cutting the air, water catching the light like glass shards. Their reflections wavered in the water, disturbed only by the lazy glide of a single canoe, paddles dipping in slow rhythm. Each stroke left behind a soft slash in the silver surface, which healed almost as quickly as it was wounded. The air smelled sharp and green, like wet grass and wood smoke. A campfire must have been burning nearby, its last whispers curling into the morning air. Somewhere behind, in the undergrowth, came the quick rustle of movement. A squirrel, or perhaps a deer. The earth held the night's coolness, pulling the last remnants of sleep from the body with a shiver that felt both real and imagined. As the light strengthened, so did the colours. The greys and silvers of first light gave way to ochres and soft blues. Shadows folded into the hush like a leaf sinking into still water. A heron took flight, sudden, clean, and left the branch as if it had never been there at all. Now the lake shone, its light spilling across the surface in ribbons. Morning had arrived. This piece does not meet the 600 to 900 word requirement, so it wouldn't score full marks in the exam. But it is a great model for style, atmosphere, and use of imagery. Remember to aim for the required length in your own writing. Let's now break down how this response meets the requirements. First, the writer uses a wide range of colour imagery, from soft pinks and hesitant gold to ochres and soft blues. These help guide the reader through a gradual transition from early twilight to full daylight, giving the piece a sense of movement through time. Light plays a crucial role too. The description of the sun pulling streaks of light across the sky, or the lake shining with light spilling across its surface, adds contrast and direction. These choices create not just visual imagery, but also emotional tone, shifting from quiet and reflective to bright and awakening. Movement is shown not through dramatic action, but through subtle, carefully observed details. A fish breaking the surface, ducks stirring, a canoe gliding, a heron taking flight. Each of these builds atmosphere and keeps the scene alive, even in its quietness. The piece uses metaphor and simile to deepen effect. Shadows folding like a leaf, clouds holding warmth like breath, or the surface of the water healing after being wounded by a paddle. These techniques bring texture and emotional depth to the piece. Now, let's talk about what you can learn from this and how you can impress the examiner in your own writing. First, focus on showing, not telling. Don't write, "The lake was beautiful." Show it through sensory detail and metaphor. Second, vary your sentence length. Mix long, flowing sentences that paint a picture with short ones that create tension or draw attention. Third, use figurative language with control. Avoid clichés like "as quiet as a mouse." Invent your own similes or metaphors that feel original and match the tone of your piece. Fourth, think about progression. A good descriptive piece is not static. The lake in the beginning of this piece is not the same lake at the end. It has moved from misty stillness to shimmering light. That's how you create a sense of unfolding. Finally, remember this is not a story. Don't include characters, dialogue, or a plot. Focus on moment, mood, and movement at a lake early in the morning. Use the question's keywords to anchor your language, colour, light, movement. That's it for this video. Try writing your own response to this task, or challenge yourself to improve this one. If you found this walkthrough helpful, like the video, subscribe, and check out the next in the series. In the part 3 video of this series, we will write a review to respond to Paper 2, Section B, Extended Writing. See you there.